Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Hedgie How To Wheel Talk. Get it? Because we're talking about wheels, wheel talk, like real talk. It's funny, laugh. Wheel talk. So today we're going to briefly explain about hedgehog wheels. There's a lot of different options out there. Some are really good for your hedgehog, some are less good for your hedgehog. So let's dive right in. I'm going to talk about the wheels that we like to use, and I'm going to talk about some wheels that we've seen other hedgehogs use that they're not bad, but they're not the best for a few reasons. So right off the bat, I just want to let you know that Bert, Minion Craig, we do not have any affiliation with any of these wheel companies. These are just the wheels we've always used because they have great reviews and we like them. So we'll dive right in. So right here we have a Carolina Storm hedgehog wheel. It's their bucket wheel. We like these for a lot of different reasons. Super easy to clean. They're silent, so if your hedgehog is in your room, then you don't hear it. It doesn't keep you up all night while they're running all night. They're a nice size. They fit just about every hedgehog, and then they're stable. They don't like rock or anything, and you can put the litter pan, if you're trying to litter train your hedgehog, right here so that when they pee and poop, it goes right into the litter pan below. Really easy to clean. You just unscrew the back, wash it in the sink, warm water or some Clorox wipes, whatever, if you can find them now. We're filming in the times of coronavirus, so good luck with that. But warm water and soap works just fine. So we really love the Carolina Storm wheels. It's something we use with Bert, and they're the wheels we use with Gus as well. They fit pretty good. But as you can see, Bert is quite hefty. He's like 700 grams, which is really big. But in fairness, he had big parents, so he's big boned, not fat. So this is a wheel that we kind of use. Gus used it all the time. He was a smaller hedgehog, around 500 grams, which is still big for a hedgehog, but he had the same parents as Birdie. So what we use with Bert is this wheel that we made. It is basically a cake cover wheel. So when you have like those cake carriers, we needed a slightly bigger wheel for Bert. We actually got the stand from Carolina Storm for one of their bigger wheels. So we use this. It's basically we're used the same way. It's not as good as a Carolina Storm because I'm not a professional wheel maker. But with this wheel, it's bigger because Bert's bigger, so he can kind of get up to speed and run and stretch out, and it's really comfortable for him. So this is the wheel we use for Bert for the most part in his cage. This is the wheel we use when, there we go. This is the wheel we use. The Carolina Storm is the wheel we use when Bert's in his pen. So those are the wheels we like. Carolina Storm, bucket wheels. We like wheels that are solid. They don't have holes in them. Hedgehogs they got small feet, they got toes, they got toenails. So because of that, their toenails and their little feet can get caught in like little holes. So that brings us to our first wheel that we are not huge fans of, which is the wire wheels. They work fine, but when you see these holes like this, it's a little concerning because hedgehogs have tiny feet. See, tiny feet. Tiny toes. So if you're not clipping their toenails often, or they have small legs, they can easily get their toenail caught on one of these, and it can really do some damage. You can break their leg if their toenail gets caught, and then they start going with it. It can do a lot of damage. You can hurt your hedgehog quite a bit. Also, they are probably pretty hard to clean because if you've seen a hedgehog run, they poop while they run. So imagine the poop going in and the hedgehog stomping it into all these little grates. It can't be a very fun experience for cleaning. So if you're going to go with a wheel like the wire one, I would recommend maybe getting a wheel cover. That way it will protect your hedgehog's feet. And it will also be a lot easier to clean. You can also get wheel covers for these. We get our wheel covers from Cape Cod Hedgehogs on Etsy, so check them out, Cape Cod Hedgehogs on Etsy, but lots of different people make them. The other wheel that we see about hedgehog owners using, which we're not huge fans of, but they're dangerous for different reasons, but you have to make the best decision for your hedgehog. So that's the saucer wheels. So these wheels are great probably for hamsters and mice and little animals. The reason we're not a huge fan of them for guys like Bert is that these guys can get up to some serious speeds, and if they stop, the saucer wheel will keep going and will throw them off the wheel. The problem with this is, hedgehogs are somewhat fragile, so if they're spinning really, really, really fast on the wheel and then they stop and they start flying against the wall of their cage, something could happen, they could get hurt. If you're in another room or it's the middle of the night, you might not hear it happen, and then you wake up and see your hedgehog's hurt or worse, not alive. So we didn't really want to take that risk, so we went with the Carolina Storm wheels. There are many other options out there. You have to make the best decision for you and your hedgehog, but the main things to consider are, you want something that your hedgehog's not going to get hurt on, because they're going to be on it all night. Like, they'll run 6 miles in a night easily. Like Bert runs all night. He'll run all day sometimes. Like, he runs all the time. So it's really important to keep that in your mind. Your hedgehog's going to be on a lot. So you want them to be comfortable. You want them to fit. Bert actually got really big because his previous owners didn't get a bigger wheel when he got bigger. So he couldn't even use the wheel. He had a much smaller wheel. He couldn't even use the wheel, so he was just eating and had no way to exercise, and he was getting really anxious, and it's not good for them. So you want a wheel that fits your hedgehog. There's another wheel that's similar to this, but it has like a stem that comes out. We don't recommend that one, because if your hedgehog gets bigger like this, he or she won't fit on the wheel anymore, because there's going to be this bar coming out. So the hedgehog, Bert, come here, Bert. Demonstrate for us, Bert. If they're running here and you have a bar here, they can't run. They can't run at full speed. They're uncomfortable. They have to do weird things to their back. They're just not going to use the wheel. They're going to want to, because they want to exercise. So we recommend staying away from that type of wheel as well. We like the Carolina Storm wheels. We've had great experiences with them. But you can make your own. Like, we made the cake wheel. If you can find a surface that's good for it, then you can go ahead and make your own, which is a totally different video. But just consider your hedgehog's feet, your hedgehog's size, how often you need to clip their nails. All these things need to be taken into account when you are picking a wheel for your hedgehog. So hopefully our wheel talk, get it? Real talk. I know you get it now. Was helpful. Now Bert has to go for his evening jog, so we're gonna go. If you have questions about wheels, throw them in the comments, because people who love hedgehogs love to answer questions about hedgehogs. So we will see you at a different time. Bye. Bert, show them how it's done. Yeah. Run, birdie, run. Go birdie, run birdie. Go birdie. He's going to win. He's going to win. It's not going to stop now. All night long. It's like the top from Inception. He'll never stop. You'd be surprised. He's that fat and he runs all the time. It's shocking. All right. We're out. I guess he's done. He's done. He's had enough of you. Bye, everyone. Bye.